woman rose higher than ever, while another vanished without a trace. Meri Brown, suddenly radiant, praised as stronger than Kody himself. Aspyn Brown, gone, refusing the cameras that once defined her childhood. Two women, two choices, but one haunting question. If even the children are walking away, what's left of sister wives? Stay with us, because by the end, you'll see why fans believe Kody built a prison no one wants to live in, and why the next exit might shatter the show forever. Part 1. Once, the Sister Wives family was defined by laughter, backyard games, and the chaotic love of three women, Meri, Janelle, and Christine. They weren't perfect, but they were alive, fun, and full of spark. But today the glow has dimmed. Fans say the family feels tense, quiet, almost suffocated. And in the middle of it all, Meri is suddenly standing taller than ever. How did Meri go from silent shadow to the star of the internet? The fan conversations online tell a striking story. Posts praising Meri's glow-up dominate Reddit threads and Facebook groups. She's being called radiant, fierce, and even the last spark of the old sister wives spirit. Meanwhile, comments about Robyn paint a darker picture, tense, controlling, and the destroyer of fun. For many viewers, Meri represents resilience. She survived heartbreak, rejection, and years of being pushed aside. Now she's thriving, but in contrast, fans argue that Kody looks trapped, and the evidence might be hiding in plain sight. To understand the tension, we have to revisit the original sister wives dynamic. Back then, the trio, Meri, Janelle, Christine, had fights, sure, but they also had fun. They laughed, they teased Kody, they lived with a freedom viewers loved. But when Robyn entered, fans noticed the shift. The laughter thinned, the spark dimmed, arguments grew heavy, and slowly, joy was replaced with anxiety. But what if this isn't just about TV drama? What if it's about control? Here's the twist fans can't stop whispering about. While Kody and Robyn isolate themselves in shadows of tension, Meri is winning back the spotlight. Every new photo, every new appearance tells a story of liberation. She's not broken. She's blooming. And yet, Kody looks more withdrawn than ever. Could it be that by clinging to Robyn, Kody locked himself into the very unhappiness fans predicted years ago? Meri may have lost Kody, but Kody lost his freedom. And the backlash is louder than ever before. The online reaction has been explosive. Comment sections are flooded with applause for Meri's resilience and with anger at Kody's choices. He traded joy for control, one fan wrote. Another posted, the original three wives were pure life, now it's just heavy. And Robyn? For many fans, she's the symbol of what went wrong. Fair or not, the blame lands at her feet. Viewers describe her as the anchor pulling Kody down. But is this really Robyn's fault, or Kody's own doing? Here's the paradox. Meri, once cast aside, is now the beacon of hope. While Robyn and Kody retreat into tension, Meri shines with confidence, independence, and laughter fans say they haven't seen in years. She may no longer be in the marriage, but in the story of sister wives, she just might be the winner. So what does the future hold? Will Kody ever escape the shadows he built? Or will Meri's glow inspire the next chapter of Sister Wives? One thing's for sure, the fans already chose their star. If you loved this deep dive, don't leave yet. Drop your take in the comments. Do you think Robyn truly ruined the fun? Or was it always Kody's fault? Your voice decides the story we cover next. Part 2. Aspyn wasn't just another background character. She grew up in front of millions of viewers, part of the original Sister Wives household that fascinated America. Viewers remember her laughing with her sisters, defending her mom Christine, and showing a grounded maturity beyond her years. But the moment she disappeared from the show, silently, without explanation, fans knew something wasn't right. The reason? It begins with a conversation she never wanted the world to hear. Rumors spread quickly. One story claims Aspyn's decision came after private conversations with her father Kody were filmed and aired without her consent. Fans say those moments, raw, vulnerable, and not meant for public eyes, crossed a boundary no child should endure. Others argue her silence is about something else entirely, the fierce protection of her new baby's privacy. In a world where every tear and smile can be turned into a storyline, Aspyn may simply be choosing peace. But was it really her choice? Or did the show push her out? For fans, Aspyn's absence isn't just about one daughter. It symbolizes the loss of what Sister Wives once was. The show began as a chaotic, imperfect, but genuine family experiment. Children were everywhere, laughing, bickering, filling the frame with life. Now, many of those children are gone. Christine left, Janelle distanced, Meri moved on. And with Aspyn's exit, viewers say the core heartbeat of the show is missing. Without the original wives and kids, some fans argue, it isn't really Sister Wives anymore, Edie. And this is where the story takes a darker turn, toward betrayal. Here's the twist. Fans believe Aspyn's exit isn't just about privacy. It's about trust. Trust broken by the very person meant to protect her. When Kody allegedly allowed private father-daughter talks to become television moments, fans saw it as a betrayal too deep to repair. And so, Aspyn walked away. Not in anger, but in silence. She chose her dignity and her family's privacy over fame. The daughter who once embodied Sister Wives' innocence may now be its clearest rejection. And fans are not forgiving the man at the center of it. The backlash online is explosive. Comment sections are filled with outrage. Kody lost another child's trust, one fan posted. Another wrote, when the kids leave, the show loses its soul. On Twitter and Reddit, Aspyn is praised for her courage, while Kody faces blistering criticism. And the biggest question echoing through fan communities, how long before the rest of the children follow Aspyn's lead and refuse to be filmed? What happens to Sister Wives when the family refuses the cameras? The end of Sister Wives as we know it may already be happening. Aspyn Brown's decision may look like one daughter stepping away, but it represents something much larger. It's the unraveling of trust, the fading of joy, and the beginning of a future where the children, once the show's heart, are no longer willing to be part of the story. The twist? While Kody clings to what remains, it's the children, Aspyn included, who are quietly reclaiming their lives. And in that choice, fans say, lies the real ending of Sister Wives. If you were gripped by this deep dive, don't leave yet. Join the conversation in the comments. Do you believe Aspyn left because of broken trust? Or was it all about protecting her baby? Your voice decides where we go next. Let's deep dive in full details. Part 3. For over a decade, Sister Wives wasn't just a show. It was a social experiment. 4 women, 1 husband, a sprawling brood of children. At first, it felt raw, unfiltered, messy, but alive. Viewers saw chaos, but they also saw joy. The 3 original wives, Meri, Janelle, Christine, brought life to every scene. Their kids filled the screen with laughter. But today, that heartbeat is fading. Meri shines online, but outside the family circle, Aspyn has vanished completely, and fans say the fun is gone, replaced with tension, suspicion, and silence. How did the family that once defined freedom come to feel like a cage? Meri's transformation is impossible to ignore. Online, she's praised for her new look, her confidence, her independence. Fans call her fierce, beautiful, even the spark of the old Sister Wives spirit. On Reddit, one comment reads, "Meri looks 10 years younger without Kody dragging her down." Another says, "She's the proof that leaving saved her." But with every cheer for Meri comes criticism of Robyn. For years, fans noticed the shift. The laughter thinned. The family fun evaporated. Instead of chaos, there was control. Instead of light, there was anxiety. One viral Facebook post declared, "Robyn didn't just join the family, she ended it." And Meri's rise only highlights how trapped Kody now looks. While Meri stepped into the spotlight, Aspyn slipped into silence. Reports surfaced that she would no longer appear on Sister Wives. At first, fans wondered if it was just scheduling, but whispers grew louder. Theories flooded Reddit. Some said Aspyn left because private conversations with her father, Kody, were filmed and shared without her consent. Others believed it was simpler, that Aspyn wanted to shield her newborn baby from the cameras. Either way, the message was clear. The trust was broken. The child who once defended her mother Christine on screen now refused to let the cameras in. And with her exit, fans began to ask, what's left of Sister Wives without the wives, or the children? Here's the twist. Meri's glow-up and Aspyn's silence are not separate stories. They're mirror images of the same collapse. One woman escaped the weight of Kody and Robyn's world and thrived. Another walked away to protect her own family from the same weight. Both choices point to the same conclusion. Sister Wives is no longer a family story. It's a cautionary tale. And fans are noticing. On YouTube, one viral comment reads, "The kids are leaving, the wives are leaving. What's left to film?" Another wrote, "It feels like watching the end of a dynasty. But what happens when a reality show loses its reality?" The backlash has been fierce. Fans blame Kody for alienating his wives and children. They blame Robyn for draining the family's joy. And they cheer for Meri and Aspyn for choosing freedom, for choosing peace. But underneath the applause lies grief. Longtime viewers admit the show they once loved is gone. The messy dinners, the kids' laughter, the wives' inside jokes, lost to the silence of empty couches and scripted tension. And the final blow may already be on the horizon. Meri Brown's glow is a victory for her and for every fan who ever wanted her to find happiness. Aspyn Brown's exit is a statement about privacy, trust, and the right to walk away. Together, their choices form the climax of the Sister Wives saga. the wives and children are reclaiming their lives, while Kody and Robyn sit in the shadow of what's been lost. The twist? The family once built on openness may have collapsed under the weight of its own exposure. And now, fans are left to ask, without the wives, without the kids, is there even a Sister Wives left to watch? To truly understand the cracks showing today, we need to remember how it all began. In the early 2010s, Sister Wives wasn't just entertainment, it was revolutionary. The Brown family faced legal risks in Utah, openly challenging anti-polygamy laws. Their move to Nevada was framed as a fight for freedom, a bold stance that made them household names. Back then, Aspyn and her siblings were central to this narrative. They weren't just extras. They were the proof of a thriving, unconventional household. Every laugh, every playful sibling rivalry was the soul of the show. But that soul, piece by piece, is what fans now say has been lost. It's easy to forget that Sister Wives has always existed in the shadow of the law. Polygamy, though decriminalized in some forms, remains controversial and stigmatized. The Browns themselves were investigated early on, and this pressure defined much of the family's story. Aspyn, like her siblings, grew up under that microscope. For some, her decision to exit the show reflects not just personal boundaries, but the desire to protect her child from the same cultural scrutiny she endured. Because what starts as reality TV can quickly feel like a courtroom. Nowhere is the fallout more visible than online. On Reddit, one thread with thousands of upvotes reads, "Aspyn's silence speaks louder than anything Kody could ever say." On Facebook, a viral post compared Meri's glow-up to watching a woman reborn. And, on YouTube, comment sections are overflowing with heartbreak, anger, and admiration. Meri looks better without Kody, period. Aspyn was always the most level-headed, no wonder she left. This isn't Sister Wives anymore, it's just the Kody Robyn show. The community isn't just reacting, they're rewriting the narrative. Fans have become the historians of Sister Wives, archiving every moment of joy lost and every betrayal remembered. And in that digital archive, one truth keeps repeating: this family will never be the same. Experts in family therapy often speak about trust as the foundation of all parent-child relationships. When private conversations become public, that foundation cracks. For Aspyn, whose bond with her father was already complicated, the breach of trust may have been irreversible. Meanwhile, psychologists observing Meri's journey point to her glow-up as an example of post-separation empowerment. Once freed from emotional strain, individuals often rediscover identity, confidence, and vitality. In Meri's case, it's visible in every smile, every appearance, every new project she takes on. One woman thrives, another withdraws, but both are escaping the same weight. And so, the question remains, what comes next? Will TLC attempt to continue the series without the voices of children like Aspyn? Can Kody and Robyn carry the weight of a show that was built on chaos, love, and the laughter of dozens of kids? Some fans predict spin-offs, focused on Christine's new life or Meri's transformation. Others believe the franchise may quietly fade, its ending written not by producers, but by the wives and children who chose silence over spectacle. Because sometimes the most powerful statement is walking away. If this deep dive